hell is going on with my mouse? Spam. Good evening, Spam. Give me a second. Wow. Okay. Wait a minute. All right. How are you guys doing? I don't know if anyone has joined yet. I suppose you guys have. What did I want to do? Let me check Programmer Network. We have new signups. What is happening here? Somebody like my thought. Giveaway free subscription. Yeah, this would be cool. How about giveaway? Yeah, this would be cool, but I don't think that I have that. Good evening, everybody. How are we doing? Play one game, my friend. Good evening. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I have that. I don't think I can give anything. I don't think they gave me that, right? So no, unfortunately, I don't think that's possible. I don't think that's possible. Sorty Dev. Good evening, buddy. Okay. Cool. All right. So, did I finish this thing last night? Let me just take a look at that. So I think we're done with the hook for now. We should also be done with this for now as well. Only thing I'm gonna do actually, if I go to npm, I'm just gonna install it in our Yale thing as well. So I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go to AJV. All right, it's this guy that we deployed. Yes. So it's 06. I'm just gonna go and do one thing very quickly here. Programmer. So we're gonna bump this to, is it really 6? Didn't I like bump it to 7? Yeah, I did bump it to 7. Interesting. Maybe I didn't publish this. Yeah, I don't think I published version 7. So let me just quickly do that. And then we're gonna do something else. I need my authenticator, right? Authenticator. And we're gonna just do that quickly. 75214. I'm gonna deploy this to npm. Then we're gonna install that also inside of our Yale thing. Yeah, here it is, 1.7. And then I'm gonna do that here as well. And I'm gonna do Programmer Network this. And I'm gonna say pmpmi, right? Yeah, there we go, beautiful. And then we'll just say bump use AJV form. And then we're gonna sync that with the master there, and then we should be good. Where's my Docker? Let me actually just update my Docker before we run these containers. I can see that there's an update, so let's update that right now. Play one game. How you doing, my friend? How's life? And the rest of you guys. Actually, let me go to YouTube as well. I'm streaming there as well. Wait a minute. I'm streaming there as well, and what I forgot to do is I forgot to copy the chat from there to my OBS. Because if somebody writes here, I'm not going to be able to see that, right? So I'm going to grab this bad boy. And I'm going to go to my OBS, which is on top of this. As you can see, I'm staring into the sky. And I'm going to do this. Beautiful. Okay, so now I can see the YouTube chat as well, since something's off with my mouse. All right, we pushed that. Let's go to our GitHub. But you've been doing some .NET. Nice, nice. Okay, this is building. Is it succeeding or failing? It seems to be succeeding, so that's great. Yeah, I mean, we could technically do this, right? What's up with my mouse? I don't know. All right, so update and restart. All right, so what we're gonna do now, I think we are pretty good with the hook, with those libraries that we wrote. Actually very happy with this. I hope some of you will also be able to use it. I still need to record the video on this and stuff like that, just to get some this is basically what we did, what we finally finalized. Unfair, man. Your girlfriend is more important to you than me. How are we even friends? Like, what is this? What is this? Acceptable. Chica, my friend. Good evening, Chica. All right, cool. Okay, that's great. I think that's awesome. So good, great. Let's see, did we reinstall our Docker? Let's now run those containers and let's try some stuff, right? So now is the time that we go back to programming network and yeah, try to use some of these things that we built. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this now. Let's see what we do. Let's wait for the Docker engine to start. Let's run Postgres and Redis. Let's CDF. I meant this. Right, let's go here. Let's CDA, VMUs, source, exports, PM dev, right? Beautiful. Programmer network. Actually, give me 1 second. I need to do one thing to put that there. Yeah, right. Okay, and beautiful. That was a beautiful sneeze. All right. Cool, great, awesome. So yeah, let's try now. Let's actually go back to programming network. It's been a while. We've been improving a lot of things and stuff like that. So now is the time that we go back and yeah, work on what this entire stream is all about. Cool. All right. So yeah, the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna start using the libraries we actually turned into modules from the programming network itself. So first thing we're gonna do today is we're gonna search for use form or whatever. We can see we have few places where we're using this, and then we're gonna nuke that. We're gonna remove that. So what we're gonna do, I will remove this use form from here, from the project. The project will then fail, as you can see. And we're gonna go place by place, and actually I don't think, yeah, is that really smart to start like that? Probably not, right? Probably. So let's not start that radically, right? So let's start component by component, right? So let's go to comment section. Where are we using form? In the comment section. So I guess, yeah, for the comments we're using use form. Okay, great. Drav, my friend, how is life in Denmark? I would say it's great. What about you, man? What about yourself? Okay, let's install this. So let's say PNPMI programmer network use AJV form. Massa, good evening, buddy. Just give me 1 second, because I mean, those dependency warnings make no sense, because let's see here, those are all dev dependencies, those are the dependencies, those are the peer dependencies, so it kind of doesn't make much sense, but it's fine. It's not that it doesn't work, right? So we're gonna get rid of this use form, right? And we're gonna now I'm not using Vim. I'm not sure what you mean. Const use AJV form, let's say. let's actually see now. So hopefully now we can, let's just say here, import, use AJV form, programmer network, use AJV form, right? Okay, great. Now if we scroll down, we have this. And let's see, does this actually confine, is this now fine with so this is our AJV form, so we can see we're using it, and where is this comment section? So apparently we have just replaced it in the comment section. So if I actually go to one of the thoughts, yeah, so it's failing, and probably it's that. Let's see, what is it? And it's fine. Nice, okay. So that's actually good. So that's actually great. So now what we are not doing here, we're not using the custom keywords, right? So we need to separately install our custom keywords library in Programmer Network and use that, right? Yeah, so now we're gonna see a little bit. So now we're using the library that we wrote the past couple of streams, right? Or, well, long ago. So now we have to see how annoying is it going to be to use it in the sense of needing to set custom validators every time, right? Because now here, as a third option to this library we built, right, we'll need to pass custom keywords, right, blah, blah, blah. To do that, right, we'll need to install this other library inside of this package now instead. So if I go to our GitHub page, right, if we scroll to this thing that I wrote very long ago, we'll need to install that now, right? So it's programmer, no, yeah, it's actually this one, yeah. So you're gonna install this directly from, as a Git repository, right? So we're gonna say now pmi and then this. Then we'll have to do something about this, right? So we'll need to make this at least easy to use inside a Programmer Network project. So we're gonna go to utils somewhere, maybe validation, yeah, over, yes. So none of this we will actually need anymore, right? So we'll get rid of this very soon. But it's actually weird that we, okay, never mind. I actually had this already. So that's good, right? So that's good. What we really need is, I mean, we need to essentially export those keywords, right? So I'm actually going to do here, where we're kind of trying to use this hook for the first time now that we separated, right? Here I'm gonna say custom keywords, and I'm gonna say for now keywords, right? And we're exporting those from here, right? Right, let's see if this still fails now, because it can't find the actual validator. It might not. All right, it didn't fail. Okay, so now our hook is working. Okay, good. So we are, okay, beautiful. That's super. Because this is no longer called set state, now it's just called set, right? So we'll need to adjust some of the stuff now as we're building this. Yeah, and we can see that our debounce also works. Super. Oh, there we go. Okay, great. That's amazing. Okay, so now we keep on going, right? So we're gonna get rid of this bad boy here. And yeah, we need to... thank you very much for the follows, appreciate it. So we're gonna do this, right? And we go one by one. So it should take us maybe only a few minutes. I don't think it should take us more. So we do this. This hasn't really changed much. Let's just see if we're using set state or whatever, right? Yeah, I think this is no longer going to be the case because this validate now. Yeah, actually, no, this is still okay. This is still okay. Yeah, so set state is still, so we need to, oops. So let's just search for this. And this is going to be set. And where is this? This is a tip-tap components toolbar. Yeah, so this is on the toolbar, sure. And let's see what's happening. It's great, okay. All right, beautiful. So let's keep on going. So we have, well, we have quite a few places to change this, and we're gonna do that now. So we'll actually do this as well. Smack this bad boy here. Do this. All of this technically should still be working because here we don't need any custom validators as far as I can see. So now we just need to look at the form validate, form. Yeah, form.form data. I don't think that we actually have this anymore. I think we have the state now. So yeah, we need to be careful about this as well. So let's actually do it like this. Yeah, that's gonna be a little bit painful, right? So we'll need to update a bunch of these places, but it's okay, right? So whatever, that's how it is. Yeah, shit. No, this is gonna be a little bit more complicated because we no longer have the form data, and form data was basically just a simple object representation of key value pairs before. So we can't actually do that anymore, right? All right, so let's keep this one. So we're gonna keep this one for later. So rating form mobile nav. No, sorry, I wanted to say, so let's just search for this. Okay, so here we can actually do it. So here we can go and grab this new thing. Let's just actually close this stuff. So use AJB form, blah, blah, blah. Form state, form dot set. Form dot validate is valid. It's also correct, I guess. If I remember. Yeah, okay, so that's good. Yeah, so we have the form data here as well. Okay, so I think, yeah, I mean, question now is when I look at this, should we do this now or should I do this off stream? Maybe I should just do this one off stream. I think so, right? I think I'm gonna do this one off stream because it isn't particularly fun, is it? Yeah, so let's actually do that. I'm gonna do this one off stream and we're gonna do something a little bit more fun, I think. Just see what I changed. So I guess I removed a bunch of dependencies that we weren't using before. Okay, I'm gonna just discard this. Right, yeah. Yeah. So actually what I'm gonna do now, because we're not gonna do it now, I'll do this one off stream, I think. So I'm gonna say here, npm remove, so we will actually not install the AJB form now. We're gonna do it, I'm gonna do it off stream and just do this manual replacement of everything. Yale whatsoever, Yale we do need, right? And maybe that's what we're gonna start doing now. So we wanna start using this, our own library now that we built. What is the... Sako, my friend, good evening, good to see you again, man. Even though I saw you yesterday, but I haven't seen you before that in a long time. Where's our Yale? Where is our Yale? Here it is. So is this the version of the Yale library? It is. I suppose, yeah. Okay, great. So this we will do, yeah. So So let's commit this first. It's been so long since we pushed anything to production. I'm here in the shadows. Nice, man. Programming network, Yale, exactly. So I'm gonna... How are you guys? Just came through. Leo, my friend, good evening. Okay, great. So let's just, yeah. Remove unused depths and install Yale. Let's try pushing this to production, actually. It's been so long, so finally we're back building the actual programming network now and improving stuff. That doesn't sound like a lot of fun, Leo, does it? Okay, this failed in 2 seconds. Why the fuck did this fail? Ah, I see. Okay, so we messed up the log file. All right, let's clean that up. How is the military thing going, Leo? I see, I see. Feels a little bit strange that it's mandatory, though. Shit, man. How long is that gonna take? How long are you gonna be in the military? You said a couple of months, right? Ah, 5 days left. Okay, that's yeah, that's nothing. Yeah, I guess. Barcode, buddy. Good evening. Good evening. How am I? Good, man. Good. I wasn't planning to stream, so it's gonna be a quick one, I think. But yeah, we turned a lot of this stuff into libraries and stuff. So yeah, I just want to kind of start. I mean, yeah, programming network frontend is deployed on Cloudflare pages, right? So we're just back to building programming network to say finally starting to start using the actual thing that we built, right? So for example, first thing we can maybe try doing. Oh yeah, definitely. Global footer, what? Are you kidding me? Ah, I see. Okay, so what we're gonna do, let's start doing stuff, right? So what I'm gonna start doing, I'm gonna start using my components from Yale, right? From this library that we kind of open source. So we're gonna now say, hey, import the button actually from there instead, right? And we can see that that's a button. We see the props because we wrote it in TypeScript and stuff. So so let's see now. So we go here. So you can see here now we have our own UI library that we are installing things from. So yeah, so that's kind of, I think, what I want to do. And then I want to remove those components from this code base completely, right? Because now we're going to be centralizing our UI library. Basically, it's going to be that thing, right? There's still certain things that I'm not happy about in it. I actually just realized I forgot about it, but we can get to it eventually. This one is, I suppose, good. Let's see about this one. Yeah, we can do this. We can do this, right? Components core. Yeah, we want to get rid of that, right? We want to import that from our Yale library, right? So we close this. That's actually good, right? I suppose. Did we do that? Yeah. This is our current button, right? So that's going to go away. Call to action. This is also a component that's going to go away as well. So there's so many places where we actually have this, right? Actually, you know what we could technically try doing? We can try doing something like this, like search for this, and then replace by this, right? But there's only 3 occurrences of this like this, right? So we'll have to see about that. So if we now go back to our global search, right, and search for, you know, button, now we can search for this, I suppose, right? And then also do what we just did there. Replace it with this, right? Import button from components core. Now we're importing it from a different place, right? In fact, what I'm going to do now, just so I can actually get an error, I'm going to go to source components core, and I'm going to delete this button, right? So that's what we have to start doing. We have to start cleaning up, right? I suppose at this point that yeah, so you can see this, for example, wouldn't work anymore, right? So yeah, so now the question is why our build isn't failing, right? I would expect it now that because it can't resolve some of the things that it fails, but it doesn't, so that kind of sucks, right? Yes, same you can see in here. Programmer network. Yale, right? Yeah. This one as well. This one as well. So let's kind of try to do this as quickly as we possibly can, right? Because I think for the most part we did. Yeah, we did actually. I think we might have replaced it all. Let's actually take a look. If we go to localhost now, let's see, are we getting any errors? We are, and that's good. That's what I would expect, actually. So that's amazing. Yeah. Delete modal. Delete. Yeah, that's good. That's very good. Yes. So is there like, okay. So that's amazing. I would expect this to fail, and it's good that it is. Let's see, does it fail somewhere else now as well? Yes, amazing, good. Share thought editor, button spinner. Okay, let's maybe search for this, right? Yeah, as you can see, yeah, there. So let's. I wish that there is a more automatic way to do this. Unfortunately, there isn't. I literally have to do this like this. Shit.
Basement dweller alert. Welcome to Trisec.
Thank you guys for your follows, appreciate it. And then we do the same here. Programmer network Yale, right? Yeah, beautiful. And then we go here, we do the same. Programmer network Yale, and then lastly, let's see if those are the last ones that we had to replace. Great. See now. Dashboard meetup. Yeah, obviously button is a component that's used pretty much in every single place, so it is kind of to expect that this one is gonna, yeah, be the one that we need to replace the most. There's more of them. Team builder, button, right? Yeah. That's great, doesn't really matter. Okay, there we go. So it seems that we have in fact replaced all of our buttons. Now, now this, wait a minute, so let's see. Well, I mean, it would take longer to write at the regex than to do what I just did, right? Organize a meetup. It's kind of strange that this hover is broken because our button now is actually, it has never been more correct than now. So I wonder why that is, but we'll actually take a look at that. Okay, great. So that's good. We've smacked one of them, right? Now we have to continue, unfortunately, right? So we need to search for spinner, right? And we need to do the same for this. And this isn't as used as this thing was, but I think it's still gonna be, actually, yeah, this is pretty good. So this is really what we needed, yeah. So this is correct. No, but Sako, but it's not that simple. No, it's not that simple to, what do you mean use regex? I mean, there are so many permutations here of different imports. Some are relative, some are not, right? So what do you mean use regex, right? How could I use regex for this? This is not generic. This is not just one way, right? There's random like things imported in certain ways, right? So I don't think we can use regex for that, right? No, it does, but I don't think it matters, right? Because this takes a minute to do, right? So writing now regex because I'm gonna spend 23 seconds less. I don't think it's worth it, right? And I want to be able to manually actually double check if what I'm doing is actually correct, right? Yeah, that's true. That's true. So this is good. Yeah, this is not good. So that's great, right? Export spinner from spinner. Yeah, basically, so we'll need to, yeah, so we'll start kind of deleting a lot of these components, obviously, right? Because, yeah, this is, now we're starting to use the we have exported this into an actual library, right? So now we need to start using our components. I mean, I would easily win that competition, Sako. Easily. Easily. All right, there we go. Beautiful. So that's great. For spinner. Yeah, I mean, this is good. I know this is not is this the most fun thing that we can do right now? No, but I'm so happy that we broke down some of those things into an actual libraries. We tested it very thoroughly. We gave it you know, we improved it a lot. So I'm actually very happy that we're now the place where we're actually now using these things. Faxhack, good evening, buddy. How are you? So that's beautiful. That's great. Because now you guys can also contribute to these things if you want and improve them yourself and see some reflection of your work as well online, right? I mean, this thing actually we could easily do, right? So if I go, for example, here, this type of stuff will just do it like this, right? So those occurrences, that's easy, right? Spinner from component core, spinner from this. So this we can do it like this, right? No, it's not an extension. This comes with VS Code. This is just a normal search. This is Control-Shift-F or Command-Shift-F. You can get the search, right? Okay, so if we go back here now, I wonder, I would expect now, wait, I would expect now the spinner to, if we didn't actually import it properly, right, that it fails, right? I did remove the spinner component, so that should technically mean that Mike, my friend, oh my god, look who is here. Let's go and change the accordion. This is a super simple one. We have accordion used maybe in 1 or 2 places. Good, Mike, good. We just turned a bunch of things recently into open source kind of UI libraries. So now we're kind of replacing that slowly with use whatever you know. I'm not. You need to be more specific. Backend is a very broad term, right? Backend is a backend is you know, is a very broad term. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. This is good. I like that. That's also fine. And basically, yeah, we'll nuke this because yeah, this is now part of our library. How's the traffic going? If you mean on programmer network, Mike, I mean not so well, right? But honestly, I'm not focusing on that. My focus is elsewhere. So I mean, to be very genuine with you, I don't actually care if people are using the platform right now or not, right? Because that's not where my focus is. My focus was on improving certain things and also other things, right? But I mean, people keep signing up and some of them are using the platform. But I think that, you know, I mean, people who are writing articles and stuff like that, right? You know, are very rare anyway, right? Because in order to write articles, you need to want to do that. You need to invest in the time, of course, but then also, right, you need to know what to do and what to write about, etc., right? So yeah. Where is this? Okay, so let's search for call to action. But I think, didn't I, in our Yale library that we built, didn't we call it CTA this time? Give me a second. Yeah, I think now it's called CTA, right? Yeah, I think it's called CTA, right? So we need to search for call to action like this, right? So what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to go to call to action component. I'm going to nuke it so it kind of starts breaking the product. And then I'm going to see all the places where we're actually using it. So I'm going to do this, yeah. So yeah, I'm going to do this now, and I'm going to say that this is actually now called CTA. And then I'm going to import the CTA from here, right? Then I'm going to globally search for this. And yeah, I'm going to replace it by this, right? So we're going to do this and that. So yeah, right? And then I'm going to keep on searching for call to action again, right? So here we have this. Yes, great. This is now called CTA. Beautiful. This is also called CTA. It's also called CTA. Yes, let's see if there's any occurrences of this. Yeah, they are. Great. Well, actually, wow. Okay. So we can nuke both of this, and this one we're going to import from our new library that we built, and this one we're going to also do the same. So that's super. We're going to do the same in here. I can, but I don't want to do that because I need to validate this stuff as I'm changing it, right? Now we're doing a very major change in the whole product, and I'm not going to risk losing 5 minutes in total of introducing regressions, right? Just because, right? So is this manual and a little bit boring? Absolutely. But is it safe? Absolutely, right? So that's the difference. You can do many things, but I don't want to do that, right? Okay, let's double check that in this one. Yeah, that's great. Beautiful. Okay, so let's keep on searching. Is there any other place that we're using this? There is, so we're almost done. So CTA, right? Amazing. Basically, yeah, all of those have to go. So you can see how we missed some. So that's the whole point of not doing it too quick, right? Because now we have some references to other components that we thought that we finished, but we actually didn't, right? So CTA. Okay, I didn't change the interface of that, so that's good at least. And yeah, so all of these we're gonna have to change now as well. So yeah, shit. Spinner, call to action, so CTA. That's how we kind of renamed it, right? CTA as well. Button is now also coming from our Yale library that we wrote. And yeah, so that should be done, right? That one should be now also replaced. 25 gold, Luinves. Good evening, my friends. Thank you for being here as always. Badge. Okay, badge should be an easy one because badge is maybe used in like literally in a single place. So we can get rid of a badge from here, right? So badge now we can import from our own library. And then if I go to our core components here, because now we're removing all of this from this project and we're going to be using our own library that we moved this into. For those of you who are new, you can see we have this Yale now, yet another interface library that I wrote. So I moved all the components from Programming Network into a different open source thing, which is this now, right? So we want to do that now. So we want to make sure that our library is kind of separated from the project itself. Okay. Let's search for, did we actually remove the badge? I think we did. Let's search for divider. Doesn't seem actually we're using it anywhere. Yeah, well now, exactly, right? So now it's also open source, so if people want, they can build new components for Programming Network, they can fix some if they find them broken, but also I have them tested there and isolated, so I have a design system now separated from the front end itself. So if we decide to build some other little workshop or something, I can still use, for the under quotes branding reasons, I can still use, right, the same library, right? If we decide to build some other projects, right? Okay, so let's do the avatar now. So I've removed the avatar component. Again, this is actually going quicker than I thought. It's not that bad, honestly. So we do this. We do, that's actually very good. We already did that. I do this. I'm just gonna do one thing while I'm at it because we have those boring avatars now installed since they are now part of our Yale library, right? I'm just gonna go and pm remove that so I don't forget, so we don't have duplicated dependencies in two different projects, right? So I'm gonna nuke that fella. Then we're gonna continue with this bad boy here. So so this one is actually already correct. This one is now also correct. This one is also now good. I mean, yeah, we can obviously, this one we could technically speed up a bit, right? So we could do this. And then this one we can globally search and replace because that's really all that there is, only the path is different, right? So that's great. So it seems to me replaced. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So okay. That this is good. I'm just actually super happy that when we get an error, right? Because that's the problem when we don't. When we have it just silent there, that kind of sucks. Okay. Is there any more errors? Yes. Profile meetup. That's amazing. Okay. Good. Good. Now we're seeing them. That's super. So you can see this is not good. Those are not imported from there anymore. So we need to replace that. We need to replace this one. Super good, good, good. Very good. That's a little bit weird. I would expect to find it, right? Let's see. Meetup, index, whatever. Let's see. Let's just rerun this very quickly. All right, so well, it doesn't seem to be failing anymore, at least, right? So we'll need to do very thorough tests, right, before I deploy this. But let's keep on going, because you can see there's a bunch of changes. Author card, did we move that to our library as well? I believe we did. That should be under components, right? The author card, yeah, we did, right? That one should be super quick, right? Because this is used only in a couple of places. So that one should be very, very fast. We have it here as well. Oh my God, man, so many dependencies there. So many props, Jesus Christ. Is this really what it takes? I don't believe that. Name, avatar, about. Yeah, this doesn't seem correct. No. This is a different author card, it seems. Yeah, this is a different one. Okay, we'll need to double check that, right? Because that, then we have this. So we have article author card. What do you mean finish the project? What does that mean? How finish what exactly? I mean, this type of project is never finished. You don't finish this. This is not the author card that I'm thinking about at all, I think. So we have this one, and this is different, right? This is the core. Yeah, this is the one that I was referring to. So this one I want to get rid of, right? And this is the one we're also using here, right? Exactly, right? Yeah. Now if we take a look at the props, yeah, so as you can see, we have actually changed the interface of this, right? So it's no longer taking the author, but instead of that, it's kind of spreading this. Actually, if I go there, I don't remember what we did, so this is a little bit dangerous now, right? So if I go to the actual GitHub repository of this, and if we go to source, components, author card, stories, you can see now that we're taking name, avatar, and about, right? And this thing now is taking the author. I mean, in simple words, right, we need to spread this now like this, because that's what it's actually taking now. Course landing page. Do I have any courses created locally on localhost? Like a dummy courses, whatever. Because yeah, so here it is. So that's good, right? Let's just mess this one up just to see if it's going to fail, and it does fail, right? So that's awesome, right? So is this perfect or not? Well, that's beyond the point that we can fix, right? So okay, great. That's good. Okay, so going back to, and then we had this accordion, which it seems to be messed up as well. So I think we have also changed the accordion. We have changed the interface of it, right? So source, components, accordion, right? And we go to the stories. I'm sure that we have changed something. We have changed the interface of that component, which is why it doesn't work now. On section item click. Course details, course landing page, okay. Sections is good. Set expanded sections is good. Expanded sections is good. On selection, on section item click. Yeah, that's a little bit weird. How come that I don't have this handler here though, right? Wait. I mean, we must have changed the All right, so we have some sort of a, yeah, we have some sort of a, and let's actually see what it's causing this. I see, okay. So there's something wrong with this, or at least the way that we gave it the actual sections. So if I actually go back here again, Leo, my friend, sleep well, take care of yourself, man. I mean, yeah, we wouldn't really need this one, because if we take a look at our storybook here, right? I hope so. It kind of works here, right? Even though there does seem to be a strange re-render, or maybe it's just a glitch. I'm not actually quite sure. So we might need to take a look at that, right? Thank you very much for the follows. So if I actually go back here, right, and if I just copy this random, this dummy data from the storybook of this component, right, let's just see if that changes anything, right? So what we're gonna do in our localhost there is we do this, and then we just pass it this kind of static array, right? Does this make any difference to it? Maximum that exceeds component call states inside use effect. Yeah. That's a little bit weird, so it didn't actually change anything, right? Yeah, so the only really thing that works is if I give it an empty array. Okay, that's a little bit weird. So we definitely messed that one up. Let me just compare it to what I have in here again. So we have class name. Super. Sako, give me 2 seconds. Yeah, this is not correct what I did. So this is yeah. This is definitely one of the incorrect things that we have, for sure. Is this solving it? No. So this was one of the problems, for sure. Let's see, user state is loading user. Let's message each other, Sako. But we're always up to hang out with you guys, of course. That's never in question, man. Actually, no. Let's leave that there. So we only have this effect, right? We have this. Okay, interesting. So something is triggering a re-render here. And I don't think this is an issue with the actual component, right? Because we can see it actually working in here. Give me a second. Let's go to this accordion primary thing. Do we have any actions set here? Right. So then I actually see, if we actually open the developer tools, if I go to, not profiler, if we go to, no, if we actually get over here, we say more tools and we say rendering, right? Pane flashing. We do this, let's see. Interesting. Okay, I don't actually know. But let's go to our backlog, and as we're finding those bugs, let's keep on going. So remove use Yale and get rid of local components. So we're gonna move this to progress now. We're actually gonna move the rest of them. There's a bunch of stuff that this ended up in progress. Let's just move it back to coming up or to the backlog eventually. So here, let's just write some bugs that we find as we transition to this. Let's say accordion under courses landing page in loads. So let's just move on, and then I might figure that out off stream. Okay, so what other components are we now about to switch? Let's see what else we have. Avatar, we did that. Button, character counter. Yeah, maybe stars. Let's do that. Stars, I think, is literally used in a single place, so we can do that fairly quickly. Where is the stars? Over here, right? So we pretty much need to do this. And let's just make sure that the stars, that I didn't change it. So we have name, on change, value, error. So that's good, right? We have the rating here. So I think we need to do the same in here, yes. So we'll say stars. And then we have the stories, and so we have the component itself, which we will just simply destroy. And yeah, so that's it, right? Spinner, text overline, tooltip. I guess tooltip is the next thing we could easily replace, because again, it's not used in too many places. So we do this, we say tooltip. No. And actually, I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna remove this dependency because now it's actually installed inside of that library that we wrote, right? So I'm gonna kill that. Great. And then, yeah, we continue. So tooltip. So that's good. That. Team builder. Yes, beautiful. Yes. And then here, right? So that should be it. Now if we search for tooltip here, we can go and, yeah, get rid of the file. Then we're importing this bad boy somewhere. What is this? Ah, okay. Try to recompile that again. And while that is happening, let's keep on going. Icons, divider, character, counter. Yeah, so this one is literally used in a single place. Character, counter. Okay, yeah, this one is super simple, even though this is used in input header and then input header is replaced as well. So technically, yeah, so we don't really need to do. So what I'm actually gonna do, I'm gonna nuke yeah, we'll see about that actually. So yeah. So let's go and say input header. But then we have the checkbox, image input, blah, 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 all of this stuff. Yeah, so we'll need to, yeah, shit. Yeah, okay, I see. And this now is gonna be a little bit, I think, slightly bit longer. So we're in the input checkbox now. No, blah, blah, blah. Let's actually search for checkbox. Let's get rid of that at least. So we have it here. And we simply gonna do that's a little bit strange. Why are we not seeing checkbox? Let's actually remove the input as well and see what's happening. Input. Yeah, so I actually don't see this exported from our Yale. Let's actually go into there, right? Because it doesn't seem that we exported some of these things, or we didn't deploy the latest version of this library, right? Let's see. So source components. Yeah, so we do have this technically, right? So it should be finding it. That's a little bit weird, yeah. But no, that's not what I actually want, right? Yeah, I don't see the input, right? Or maybe is it... Oh, but that makes no sense, right? Okay, so I guess, yeah. So I guess we'll need to properly actually export stuff from there. So we need to kind of undo this temporarily. And then we need to make sure that our Yale actually exports things properly, which is essentially this, right? Give me a second, let me think for a moment here, because I think also what would be way nicer now when we're doing this is that instead of flattening everything like this, that we actually say, you know, import whatever, something from, you know, programmer network Yale, Ah, shit, I wrote import. And then maybe, you know, like inputs, for example, whatever, or input, right? So it's not all namespace under the same thing, right? Need to check one thing though, right? Because yeah, this almost seems wrong because this is exporting things, which means that it should technically be here, right? Because we are exporting all from those two places, right? I don't actually like that. I mean, I like this, so I just don't know why I didn't actually generate the types. Typography, I can see that actually, are we not... Where's our typography in here? No, what the fuck is this, man? Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. So if we go here... So we do in fact have this. I wonder, maybe it's not deployed. Let's actually go to... Let's go over here to the npm, to the, yeah. Let's check here what we actually have. So if we look at this dist, right, so we have those lines here, right? So technically it is doing it properly. I mean, what we could do is we could just publish a new version and see if it fixes it, right? Because technically, yeah, this should be working, but we can see that it actually doesn't. So it doesn't really understand any of those two, right? So that could mean something. Let's take a look at that again. So what does it actually understand? Yeah, so you can see that it sees the icons. It sees the icons as well. So it sees the actual icons. Oh shit, we're actually didn't export the inputs from here, right? I think, isn't that the problem? Ah, yeah, that is the problem. Okay, I see. That is the problem. Okay, well, yeah, so it is actually missing something, right? Sure. Okay, let's bump this. So we'll need to reinstall this in our programmer network, right? So let's deploy this to npm first. Export inputs and bump to 103. So minor change, right? Commit, sync, okay. And we need to wait for the CI, right? To deploy this. Yeah, let's wait for it. All right, so that's good. And then actually here we will basically import all three of those in a second, right? Programmer network Louis GUI, yeah, exactly. So we'll need to bump Yale, right? No, this is what the hell is going on? We'll need to... Dude, come on. Yeah, so we're gonna have to bump this one to this, right? Once it's actually deployed, if it's successfully deployed. Okay, so it's doing it well. So it's published the storybook Let's wait for the linting and stuff to pass, and then it's gonna merge to master when the... And we should probably fix this stuff. Okay, great. Analyze matrix, whatever. Okay, who cares? So was this merged or not? No, not yet, it seems. Yeah, we just need to... I mean, I enforced all the checks that they need to pass before anything is merged, right? So that's just for the code quality and also security, right? So we need to wait. But yeah, we can see that linting is fine. Tests have passed. We have deployed to Storybook, and now it ran the security tests. Those also passed. So now technically we should have this, right? So give me 2 seconds. Then of course now, yeah, we need to go ahead and publish this to npm, right? And I need to enter my one-time password, which is 111 123. All right, maybe I didn't write it properly. Let's see. All right, well, now I did it, it seems. Okay. Let's go to npm. Should be... Yeah, there it is. So it's bumped now to that version and with those exports, I hope. And now we can go to Programmer Network project, right? And we can say pmi to get the latest version. And then if we do the dev, so now technically we should be able to replace those fellas, right? So actually all 3 of them, right? So if I say input, now we should be able to see it, I hope. Wait, let's just maybe for a second, let's just reload this window. And let's just do the input first, maybe. Actually, it's not finding it still. So I'm assuming that it's actually just VS Code lagging a little bit. Let's see, import input from Programmer Network EL. Yeah, what the fuck? It's not here, man. Are you kidding me? Is it a cache type of issue? Let's see here, code. So actually, no, it's not here. What? How are we actually deploying this? What? Yeah, maybe. So there's a high probability, right, that I haven't actually... Yeah, give me a second. I might know what the issue is, right? So what an issue might be is, right, that my CI actually doesn't build the project as well, right? That could be a huge possibility, which means that I might need to build it locally, and then... Right, there's that probability, but I don't think so. Let's see. Thank you very much, everybody. Or it's just something else failed in the meanwhile, but I can see that yeah, I don't actually see the types generated here all in the dist, right? Yeah, they're not there. So the only thing I can imagine is that we either prematurely push this, right? Give me a second. Source components. Yeah, so we're definitely exporting this. So something might have happened that, yeah, this was generated. I don't actually know what could that be. Yeah, I can also see that we're exporting the input from here. So maybe the file wasn't there yet when we actually deploy this. So maybe we just need to redeploy it. Yeah, I can see that we're not really exporting the actual thing from here, right? Yeah. So let's I don't know what to do other than just let's bump it again. Let's bump it to another version, right? A little bit annoying, really. Zayotic, my friend, good evening, how are you? Haven't seen you in a while. Starting some interviews, nice man, so you're looking for work. Got it. Beer, good evening, buddy. Okay, that's actually very good. Let's just fix some of these things while we're waiting for the CI. So obviously, yeah, this is not going to be the case anymore ever. Do you live in the US, and what position are you? What position are you applying for? What position are you interviewing for? Okay, I see. I see. Well, then it does make sense that they ask you some of these questions. Yes. That I would say, yeah, probably it makes sense, right? Okay, this was redeployed, right? So we can go and try, what is it called? Shit. We can try publishing this to npm again, right? I think it should be deployed by now, right? Yeah. Now they're there. Who the heck knows? Who knows, right? That's good at least. Okay, so let's go here and let's again, let's reinstall it. I don't know what happened there. All right, cool. Okay, beautiful. So what was I actually trying to do a second ago? Yes. Okay. So let's search for checkbox, for example, as we said, right? So we can actually get rid of this component from here. And yeah, we can, for example, go ahead and replace it now, I hope. And we can replace it like this. Yeah, that's not good. Why didn't you use some UI library? Because I didn't want to. Very interesting. What the fuck's happening? Oh, actually, we are importing the input now, right? Okay, great. Good. Awesome. That's great. It's just I thought that we had a checkbox as well, right? But I might have been mistaken. Let's see, because checkbox should be as part of our oh my god, okay. Because maybe, just maybe, we didn't actually export it from this guy, right? So let's take a look. src index inputs. Yeah, that's probably the problem. Yeah, that's most definitely the problem. Little Leon. So yeah, this is what we forgot, right? Unfortunately, and it's okay. That's what we're gonna be doing for a stream or two, right? Just now, kind of rounding this up. So that's awesome. That's perfect, right? All right, cool. Perfect. Awesome. We're gonna leave that in there. It's okay. We don't need to replace the checkbox immediately. So let's leave the checkbox alone. So we're gonna leave this fella alone unless we actually removed it. Let's see, what is it complaining about? Yeah, it's complaining about this, right? So let's not nuke it just yet until we actually get that thing. As you can see, we keep nuking this stuff, and that's amazing. Oh yeah, so we did remove the checkbox, but why is it not appearing there? Where is it? Or maybe inputs, right? Yeah. So let's discard these changes just for now until we actually have it in there. So now it should be rendering again, right? Yeah, okay, cool. So that's great. Okay, it doesn't really matter. So let's maybe start with the input now again. So right, so if we go to, what is cursor input? Am I using this component somewhere? Toolbar. We are, okay, sure, no problem. Jesus Christ, okay. So let's search for this. Well, first and foremost, right, let's just ensure that lecture form. So let's make sure that just by replacing the input by our own input now, everything still works. That I didn't actually remember if I changed the interfaces of this before. So if I go to a course, and yeah, so we can see that we've definitely messed this guy up, the accordion, because accordion is kind of fucked up. So yeah, I can see that, yeah, so we'll need to fix that. But let's just assume that we can just do what we think we can do, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna say, hey, So all the inputs that are imported this way, just replace them by the import from the actual, from our own library, right? It's great. And the rest, we need to see if there's any other kind of... Okay, let's take a look at this. Let's see if there's... Yeah, okay, never mind. So this is just one instance that's imported like this. So we'll do this and we keep on going. That's great, actually. So this one we already replaced, right? Yes. Let's go see this one. This one as well. Okay, super. And I guess while we're here, right, I mean, we could do more stuff, right? I guess we could do this. There's no point in neglecting some of them because we have to come back and change them anyway, right? And the select one, I'm actually not sure. Did I actually extract the select? Yeah, we did. Hopefully, again, I truly hope that we didn't change the actual interface of it, right? But now we can see we're actually slowly doing that. Button image crop. Yeah, we'll need to do the same with image crop, but this one is a little bit more complicated because I did change a couple of things in there, so we'll need to wait for that one. Text area as well. What is this? Select. So this one, oops. Select, that's great. Meetups input, that's already replaced, super. Yeah, so this one isn't correct anymore. This one is in fact correct, right? Yeah. I mean, we could have, right, done this as well. No. Yeah, right, it's the same thing. Okay, that's great. That seems correct, yes. That seems correct. And lastly, this is not correct. So we can actually replace all of these four, and then we're going to do the checkbox later once we actually deploy that to npm. So we do domain input, select. Did I actually import the domain input? No. That was the wrong one. So domain input. Yeah, shit, did I not export the main input from the actual library? I don't think I did. So we need to go back. That's fine. I mean, now we will actually see it. But yeah, indeed, I can see that the domain input actually isn't here, right? So the main input, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. We just need to keep going, right? Export the main input components. Just double check that. Yeah. It's correct. Cool. So we're gonna wait for that to finish as well. We're gonna leave that one. So let's just write some of those nodes down. So let's just say replace checkbox, replace the main input, just so we can keep track of things we're kind of, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Where am I right now? So I'm basically here right now, right? And then this input we will in fact replace, right? Text area we will also replace, right? Cool. Now the core question is any of this working, right? Because we're changing so many things, and like here, those are our inputs now. It does seem fine, right? I would think so. This is our select as well, I suppose. Let's actually go to profile settings. Dashboard header. So if we actually go here, profile, oops. Why do I have this crap here? Yeah, so actually I'm not using it here at all. Wow, okay. So that's why it probably also works out of the box. Let's see. And then over here we have the select. So now is the question, is it gonna work, right? And it does seem to work, so that's good. And that's kind of messed up a little bit. Let me actually just take a look at one thing because we replaced the button as well. So button should be somewhere around here, right? Yep. Button, type button on click. Okay, we'll see that soon. Okay, so we have, let's search for text area again, right? I suppose we have, so what we're actually gonna do for now, because these we have replaced already, I'm actually gonna go and nuke them, because I do want, in fact, I want my code to fail if, yeah, if this doesn't, if this is, yeah, requested still somewhere, right? So I'm gonna remove all these files because we rewrote that anyway. I'm also gonna, because, yeah, all of this is going away either today or tomorrow when we do more work, right? Toggle, text area, okay, yeah. So let's close up all of this stuff. Let's search for text area again, just to double check that. So this is the text area component. We're gonna nuke that. Then we're gonna search again for text area. Yeah, and that's no longer gonna do. So we're gonna close that. What is this? This is, I don't know, some random crap. Yeah, we can actually nuke all of this and replace it. Yeah, same thing. That's great. Yeah, we'll need to replace this one, and the reason why we didn't yet, because I don't think that I've even actually finalized it yet in the CL library, this async select. So that one is gonna stay there for a while. So yeah, so text area, yes. Input, yes, that's great. Event, let's go over here. Select, yeah, so this one we did already, that's amazing. This one we did as well, and most likely this one we did as well. Okay, so let's see what our code is failing with. Hopefully it is failing, and it is. That's beautiful. Cannot input from inputs, cursor input. Yeah, okay, great. Because this cursor input, I don't actually, I didn't even know I have this. I even forgot that I wrote this at all. Okay, something is exploding here. Let's see, probably something we removed that it's needed. That's good. Back to the route. I'm not, no. Okay, very interesting. So why? So most likely something in the profile. Is this just the profile failing? Let's actually go to profile. Yeah, it is, right? Shit. Yeah, it's a little bit. It's a really. It's truly a useless error, like an absolute useless error, right? Because it doesn't really tell us anything. Why is this failing, right? Custom route. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, so something in there it got messed up. So some of the dependencies got messed up, right? Question now is what the fuck got messed up, and that's yeah, that's a little bit painful now because we changed so many things, right? Oh, beautiful. There it is. Okay, super. That's good. That's good. That's I don't know why we didn't actually see that, right? And where is this actually happening? So it's happening inside of experience form, I suppose, right? Max, my friend, good evening. Yeah, okay, I see. All good, right? That's great. That's super. Actually, no, we need a checkbox there, right? So we'll just import this from our own, from the library that we just exported. Okay, there we go. Okay, super. That's great. And then obviously we'll need to revisit some of the styles in our new library. Well, yeah, not the. Have you ever done a web app for a game? You mean a website? No, I haven't. But you can go to, you know, gaming website templates, whatever. I don't know, you can go to Team Forest or whatever and then just get inspired, right? Basal, good evening, man. So that's actually good. So that's actually very good. Let's actually see. So did we, in fact, actually manage to... The main input, actually, wait, let's take a look at our CI now. So if I go to actions here, we should actually have bumped this to... Is this Yale, right? 1.6, right? This one is 4, right? Okay, so let's try to deploy this now again to npm cd programmer network whatever, publish. Yeah, basically just check the templates out, right? Because shit, that's not correct. This fucking app sometimes lags out. 781 All right, cool. So it should be basically now 1.0.6, and it is. Beautiful. Let's close that. Let's go over here. I'll just get our VS Code, and let's go here, and let's go to Yale. Let's bump this to 6, and let's PMPMI. PMPM dev, okay, super. See, so like, okay, great. So now we're actually seeing the freaking errors. Sometimes they do appear in the terminal, sometimes they don't. So the tooling is a little bit strange, right? So let's do this, right? Okay, great. So we're gonna nuke this. We're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do this. Okay, super. Is there any more errors? Meetup.jsx, yes, meetup.jsx. Is it this one in here? I think this is mainly now just the build tool lagging, maybe, right? Yeah, exactly. So let's seek for this. Super. So yeah, so this is really no longer the case. So we need to replace those fellas. Need to replace those fellas here, right, as well. Let's keep on going. That's cool. That's cool. Okay, anything else that's complaining about still? Yes, there is. We might have fixed it. Let's try. Okay, now it's no longer failing, so that's good. Amazing. That's really good. Okay, good. That's super. That's beautiful. Okay. So what did we nuke so far? Source, components, comment section. No, we're not going to be dealing with those. So we still have to change. So we still need to nuke some of this stuff. Async select tip tab. Yeah, that's going to stay as part of this.
Basement dweller alert. Welcome N41 Nox Polyak over Mariah 19.
Thank you very much for the follows. Appreciate it. Are those breadcrumbs actually used anywhere?
Basement dweller alert. Welcome nodejs.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much for the follows. Appreciate it again. Let's get rid of this component. I don't think we're actually using it anywhere, so we can just get rid of it. Item actions. Item actions. I suppose I am using this. Yeah. Item actions. Okay. Layout, modal. So yeah, so some of this thing, yeah, we obviously we're not going to turn everything into the library, we're not going to move everything into Yale. We're only going to do things which are kind of generic, right? Am I using this OG link? I think this is from TipTap.js from a very, very long time ago. I don't think that this is really used anywhere anymore, so we can also clean this up, use this time to also clean up a lot of things, right? So if I go to this typography here, anchor, this is also, if I recall, TipTap.js anchor, right? So that's long. I mean, this is dead code, right? So we can pretty much nuke it. It serves no purpose existing anymore. Code block, I think, is in fact a component that's viable. But I don't think that we're using that anywhere, are we? So we're using this under RSS. So yeah, actually I am using it. I remember now. No, all good, all good. I actually know exactly where I'm using it, so that's fine. Description, so description and title, so that's what we actually moved to the repository. So we could maybe nuke those now. And let's actually be explicit. Let's say, hey, literally only look for this. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to remove the title from here, and I'm going to remove the description because we will be using it from the actual library. Description. What about this field set? Am I using field set somewhere? Yeah, I'm using it inside of the code block. Okay, that's okay. All right, so we're going to leave those two for now. And then let's search for description. So we can see that we are in fact using these components in few places. So yeah, so we're gonna import those from Yale now, from this thing that we built, from this our own component library, right? So we're gonna do it there. We will do it in here. And then we'll do it lastly in here as well. Beautiful. Okay, that should be fine. Let's just rerun the. Okay, beautiful. So I was in fact, it seems, using anchor somewhere, and that's actually here. So actually, yeah. So this is gonna go away, and then this file is gonna go away. So that's what it was complaining about now, I believe. Let's see, it's still complaining about something. So let's rerun this again. Okay, let's see. We do this. And then we do this. Yeah. Okay, super. That's good. That's great. Okay, so we nuked that as well. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna call it here. It's 11 o'clock here. I think we did enough. Am I gonna stream tomorrow? I don't know. I'll see, depending how I feel. But yeah, what is to say? Thank you very much for being here. I hope you learned something. I hope you had some fun at the very least. And I'll see you guys another time, all right?